You know, one of the most powerful things I've learned in over 20 years of studying natural medicine and human physiology is this: your muscles are not just there to help you lift, walk, or move. They are the very foundation of your longevity. Your muscles are your health reserve, your metabolic engine, your anti-aging armor. And when you start to see your muscles as living, breathing organs of youth and strength, everything about how you treat your body begins to change. Most people think muscle is just about fitness, appearance, or sports performance, but that's such a small piece of the story. The truth is, every pound of muscle you have is like a bank account for energy, protection, and healing. Your muscles help regulate your blood sugar, support your immune system, and even protect your brain health. When you maintain strong, active muscle tissue, you're actually protecting your heart, your bones, and your metabolism. That's why I often say muscle is the new medicine. Now, if you're over 60, I want you to know this: muscle loss, or what we call sarcopenia, isn't a life sentence. It's not just part of aging. It's actually something you can prevent and even reverse through the right nutrition and lifestyle. Your body is constantly renewing itself. Every single day, millions of new cells are being created. And those new cells respond directly to what you feed them and how you move your body. So even if you've lost some muscle over the years, even if you feel weaker than you used to, your body still holds the blueprint for rebuilding. Think about it. Your muscles are not static. They're like a living ecosystem. They respond to your choices. Every time you walk a little farther, lift a little more, or add high-quality protein to your meal, your body receives the signal: it's time to grow stronger. And that's when the magic happens. That's when muscle fibers rebuild. That's when mitochondria, the power plants inside your cells, start to multiply. That's when you begin to notice more energy, better balance, and improved vitality. When you strengthen your muscles, you're not just building a better body, you're extending your life. Studies show that individuals with higher muscle mass and strength live longer, have fewer chronic diseases, and enjoy better quality of life well into their 80s and 90s. And here's something I really want you to hear: it's never too late. I've seen patients in their 70s and 80s regain remarkable strength and confidence just by starting small. Muscle doesn't just support your bones and joints, it protects your metabolism. You know, that midlife slowdown that so many people experience. A big part of that isn't aging itself, it's muscle loss. Muscle tissue burns more calories even at rest. The more lean muscle you have, the easier it is to maintain a healthy weight, keep blood sugar stable, and avoid the fatigue that comes from metabolic decline. When you feed your muscles and challenge them to grow, your body starts to act younger from the inside out. And here's something fascinating: your muscles even communicate with your brain through tiny signaling molecules called myokines. These molecules help reduce inflammation, support brain function, and even boost your mood. So when you take care of your muscles, you're not just improving physical strength, you're nourishing your emotional and mental health too. Now, I understand, maybe you've gone through seasons of your life where movement wasn't easy. Maybe you've dealt with injuries, joint pain, or just the busyness of life. But I want you to know there is always a way forward. Start where you are. Even light resistance training, walking with purpose, or doing simple bodyweight exercises at home can start rebuilding your foundation. Every bit counts, but it's not only about exercise, it's also about what you feed those muscles. Think of your body like a garden. Exercise is the sunlight, but nutrition is the soil. Without the right nutrients, especially quality protein, healthy fats, and minerals, your muscles can't rebuild. So, the next time you sit down for breakfast, think of it as fueling your longevity. Add a protein-rich food like eggs, Greek yogurt, or collagen. These nutrients give your body the raw materials to regenerate. When you begin to understand your muscles this way, not just as something aesthetic, but as your lifelong shield, you start to move differently, eat differently, and even think differently. You begin to carry yourself with more confidence, more purpose, because deep down you know you're not decaying, you're rebuilding. You're regenerating, so the next time you look in the mirror, don't see age as a decline. See it as wisdom, strength, and opportunity. Every muscle you build, every step you take, every nourishing bite you eat is a declaration. I'm not done yet. Your body was designed by God to adapt, to heal, to renew, no matter your age. And when you honor that design by strengthening your muscles, you're not just improving your body, you're empowering your entire life. Because muscle isn't just about power, it's about possibility. It's your proof that life, health, and energy don't fade with age, they grow with intention. Flex Biceps Protein, it's more than just a nutrient. It's a message, a biological signal that tells your body to rebuild, renew, and restore. Every time you consume quality protein, you're literally speaking the language of regeneration to your cells. I want you to imagine this. Your body is listening to everything you feed it, and when it hears the sound of amino acids, the building blocks of protein, it wakes up. It says, all right, let's start rebuilding muscle, let's repair tissue, let's renew life. You see, when I talk about protein, I'm not just talking about grams or numbers on a label, I'm talking about purpose. Protein tells your body that it's time to shift from breakdown to growth, and for anyone over 60, this signal becomes absolutely critical. Because as we age, our bodies become less responsive to protein. That means you have to be more intentional about it. The same meal that worked for you in your 30s may not deliver the same benefits today, not because your body is broken, but because it's calling for a stronger signal. Let's talk about what happens when you start your day with protein. Morning is the most powerful time to send your body that rebuild signal. Overnight, your body has been fasting, it's been breaking down tissues for energy. The moment you wake up, your cells are craving renewal. If you reach for a bowl of cereal or a slice of toast, your body doesn't get that renewal signal. Instead, it gets a sugar spike followed by a crash. But if you start your morning with something rich in protein, like pasture, raised eggs wild, caught salmon, Greek yogurt, or a clean collagen protein smoothie, everything changes. Your body's metabolism wakes up, your muscles get fed, your energy stabilizes, you feel full, focused, and alive. That's not by accident, that's biology, because protein doesn't just build muscle, it regulates hormones, stabilizes blood sugar, and supports your liver in detoxifying. It's the foundation for nearly every structure and function in your body. Your skin, your hair, your bones, your organs, even your neurotransmitters that affect mood and memory. And I can't emphasize this enough, not all protein is created equal. There's a big difference between processed protein bars filled with artificial sweeteners and real, whole, food protein sources that nourish and heal. I always encourage my patients to go back to nature, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed beef, organic poultry, wild fish, nuts, seeds, and collagen from bone broth. These sources carry amino acids in their most usable forms, along with minerals and enzymes that your body can actually recognize and absorb. Now, let's talk specifically about collagen, because this one nutrient can make a world of difference, especially as we age. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body, but after age 30, our natural production starts to drop. That's why we start seeing signs of aging, weaker joints, sagging skin, slower recovery. When you add collagen protein to your diet, you're replenishing what time takes away. You're feeding your connective tissue, your tendons, your bones, and your muscles all at once. It's one of the most complete anti-aging foods on the planet, and adding just one scoop of collagen to your morning smoothie can make a visible difference in how you feel and function. And here's something truly fascinating. Protein doesn't just work on a physical level, it affects your mindset too. Studies show that higher protein intake can boost dopamine levels, helping you feel more motivated, more driven, and more positive. You know that steady sense of energy you feel after a high protein meal? That's your brain saying thank you. Because when your blood sugar is stable and your amino acids are balanced, your brain operates with clarity and focus. That's why I always tell people, when you nourish your body with protein, you're also nourishing your purpose. But I want to make something clear. Eating more protein doesn't mean eating more food overall. It means choosing smarter sources that truly serve your body. A small, protein-rich breakfast can outperform a huge carb-heavy meal any day of the week. It's all about sending the right message. You're telling your body, I am rebuilding, I am renewing, I am investing in my strength today, and your body listens. For many people over 60, I recommend aiming for about 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal. And don't skip breakfast. That first meal of the day sets the tone for your hormones, your metabolism, and even your cravings. When you start strong, you stay strong. I've seen it countless times, patients who are tired, losing muscle, struggling with energy within a few weeks of increasing their morning protein and adding collagen, they start to come alive again. Their posture improves, their joints feel better, their mind feels sharper. Because protein doesn't just rebuild muscle, it rebuilds life from the inside out. So if you want to age with energy, with strength, and with grace, start with protein. It's not a supplement, it's a signal. It's your body's language for healing, and every bite of high-quality protein is like saying to your body, I still believe in your ability to renew. When you fuel your body with purpose, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding your legacy. And every morning, with every protein-packed meal, you're sending the same powerful message, I'm not done growing. I'm just getting started. Here's something I've learned over the years. Transformation doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens in small, intentional steps that you take every single day. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight to see results. You just need to start with one choice, one moment, one breakfast. And when you start your morning with purpose, you set the tone for your entire day. The truth is, your morning routine is one of the most powerful tools you have to shape your health, your mindset, and your longevity. What you do in those first waking hours sends a message to your body about who you are becoming. If you wake up rushing, skipping meals, scrolling your phone, or filling your body with processed sugar, you're telling your body that chaos comes first. But if you wake up with gratitude, hydrate your body, feed it real food, and speak life into yourself, you send a very different message, one of renewal, focus, and strength. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s make incredible turnarounds simply by changing how they start their day. They didn't start by running marathons or following complicated routines. They just committed to a few simple morning habits that created ripple effects throughout their entire lives. Maybe they began drinking a tall glass of water with lemon to hydrate their cells. Maybe they added a scoop of collagen to their smoothie. Maybe they spent 5 minutes stretching or praying or journaling gratitude before breakfast. Each of these small actions may seem simple, but together they build momentum. The body thrives on rhythm and consistency. When you feed it the same message of strength and renewal every morning, your cells begin to listen. Your muscles respond, your hormones balance, your metabolism resets, and your mind starts to believe, I can do this. You start to look forward to your mornings because you know you're investing in your health before the day even begins. Now, I want you to really hear this. Big results are built on small daily disciplines. It's not the crash diet, the extreme workout plan, or the latest supplement that changes your life. It's the decision to show up for yourself every single morning. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent. And that's where the real power lies. When you start your day with protein, hydration, and movement, even something as simple as a 10-minute walk in the morning sunlight, you activate systems in your body that regulate mood, burn fat, and build muscle. That little burst of movement signals your body to release endorphins and serotonin in your natural feel-good hormones. It also helps sync your circadian rhythm, improving your sleep and recovery. It's a simple act with profound biological impact. And it's not just about what you do, it's about how you think. Every morning you have a choice to live reactively or intentionally. You can let life happen to you, or you can create the life you want through your mindset and your actions. When you wake up and say, "Today, I choose to move my body, to nourish my cells, and to strengthen my spirit," you're aligning your physiology with your purpose. You're giving your body a reason to thrive. This is something I've taught to countless patients. Health doesn't begin in the gym or at the doctor's office. It begins in your mindset and your morning routine. The people who age well, who stay vibrant and active, are those who start their day with meaning. They don't wait for motivation, they build it. They don't wait for energy, they create it through consistent choices. Maybe that means preparing a protein-packed smoothie the night before so it's ready in the morning. Maybe it's walking outside to get sunlight and fresh air. Maybe it's reading something that lifts your spirit or saying a prayer of gratitude. These are simple acts, but they compound over time, and the more you do them, the more your body responds. What's beautiful about this is that small morning changes don't just transform your health, they transform your identity. You stop seeing yourself as old, tired, or slowing down. You start seeing yourself as active, capable, and full of life. You begin to recognize that aging isn't a decline, it's a new season of growth. And that's the truth. Your body still listens to your choices, no matter your age. Every time you choose a nourishing breakfast over processed food, every time you move your body instead of sitting still, every time you speak gratitude instead of complaint, you're teaching your body resilience, you're reprogramming your cells for vitality. So start small, but start strong. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, take a deep breath and remind yourself that today is an opportunity not to be perfect, but to progress. Drink that water, have your protein, stretch, smile, move, speak positivity into your day. These tiny moments create massive, lifelong results. And one day, months from now, you'll look back and realize how far those small morning decisions have taken you. Your strength will return, your energy will grow, your spirit will feel renewed. All because you decided to take control of your morning, and in doing so, you took control of your life. Remember this, you don't have to do everything, but you have to do something. One small choice can shift your entire direction. And when you make that choice every morning, your future self will thank you, because transformation doesn't start with a miracle. It starts with a morning sunrise.